Hi, my name is Jonathan Sands, and this is my video for my Unity project. Despite it being 2 uploads to YouTube, I seem to be having bother screen capping both Unity and Visual Studio for some reason. I don't know why it's giving me bother on my PC, but anyway, we'll play the game here and see what the crack is. So we've got the animated character here that I imported from Blender, and we've got the boxies there that go between 2 meshes in their spike state at the moment, and they can hurt me. As you see, they've taken off 20 health. And we've got the switch here that whenever I hit the switch, there's a delay of 20 seconds in which I can pick up the boxies, and I do that by right-clicking on them when they're in this docile state, their walk state. So I can pick them up. This might actually, like there's one more, I might have to hit the switch again. Oh, there it is there. I'll right click on it and you got all the boxies. That's a game over panel that I have here. And then you can just restart the game whenever you want and just play it as many times. I'll just show you here that there is also a panel for, so we got the winner panel there, but whenever all the boxies kill you, you get, I'll just zoom out here to show, you get a game over panel that says you died, try again, and we're able to restart the game. So now I'm going to go into my code just a little bit. Oh, I think I've actually got locked out here, 2 seconds. Okay, so I think that's the basis of the game. You could the cubes there were also pickable. Oh wait, I just need to unactive that. So oh yes, so up on the top I had health, which displays the current health, and then we have boxes collected, which counts the number of boxes, as you probably saw. So I'm going to open up Visual Studio. Or no, first I'm actually going to show the boxes and how it has mesh at the moment, version 1. I stored, just trying to see where I put the mesh of it. I think it's in sprites. Oh yes, here they are here. I created them in Magic of Voxel. So we've got one that's just normal, no spikes, and then we've got one which actually has spikes, and that's the one that's used. I'll show you here. So in the Animesh, we've got a size of 2, we've got a walk, and then a spike type. So the walk just has the one mesh, the version 0, because it's the docile state where it has no spikes and you can pick them up. But then in the spike state, that's where it hurts you, and it has 2 different meshes. It flicks between the spiky and the non-spiky mesh, just to give it a bit of animation, you know. So then we're going to go to the sphere interact script, and I'm going to show you how we've got it that whenever you click the sphere, it sets a delay of about 20 seconds that changes the mesh and allows you to pick up the turtles. I call them turtles. So I don't know if this is going to show in one of my videos, so it might show in the other one. Forgive me, it's a bit of a bother here. So here in my sphere interact script, I declare a private list of boxies with the use of boxy interact, which is a script there. So firstly, we have it so that the list is created at the second the game starts, and then we use box interact, boxies in scene. We find the object of type boxy interact. So this gets all the boxies in the Unity scene. We have about 8, and then we use a loop, a for loop, to add each boxy in the scene to the list of boxies. See, I previously had this, I think it was the same as the Brackeys tutorial, where it was previously, this was in the inspector here for the boxy. It would say like, it would have 8 different fields, and I would individually drag in boxy 1, boxy 2, boxy 3 to add them to the list, but I thought it was a bit more dynamic to do it this way. Just a bit, I don't know, maybe a bit cleaner kind of, if you get me. Okay, so going down to the actual switch here, we've got an interact method. So here, this was just a kind of, I should use a debug, but it declares that the switch is on, and then switch on is equal to true. So here, for when the switch is on, we have a for each loop, so that so it sets the material color to the color red in the mesh render. And this also, so whenever we interact with the switch and it becomes on, we also have it from boxy interact that the boxies so the get component animesh sets the current animesh to the walk mesh of the Unity project. So it sets it, I don't know which video will be showing this, sorry, you might want to put them side by side. So this is the walk here, so that's whenever they become the docile state and their spikes are removed. And then whenever they're in that state, it starts the coroutine, and it calls delay. And I believe I have this set in the inspector to like 20 seconds. And then after this, it wait for seconds, which I've set to like 20. And then in the console, it'll print switch off, and the switch on will be equal to false. And then in this for each, we have it set that we get the component animesh, and we set the current animesh equal to spike, which is their spiky state where they can hurt me. And then I'll show you I think I've already actually showed it, the turtle model. But yeah, just the spiky one and the normal one and the animesh. So whenever the switch is hit, it goes from the spike mesh to the walk mesh for like 20 seconds. So now I'm going to talk about my boxy interact script. So my boxy interact script is used to collect the boxies. And as you can see here, boxy interact inherits from interactable. That's another script here. So boxy interact, I'm just going to show in Unity here. I have each boxy has an item attached to it. As you can see here in the inspector, I have it set here that has attached test item 2. Now this is in my items folder. I have it just set to, they basically just have names, but each one has an item, and whenever that item is picked up, the turtle's picked up essentially. So we have just two test ones, Tina the turtle and Tim the turtle. So back in my Visual Studio, as you can see here, we have an interact method. So if the sphere interact has a switch on equal to true, aka the switch has been turned on, we've interacted with it, we will pick up the item that we're interacting with, because each turtle has an item. If we click on the turtle, we're interacting with the item, and we'll add it to our inventory. So there's item, we're passing it through, and we're adding it to our inventory. The bool was picked up equals inventory.instance add item. Let me see here. and whenever we pick it up, so whenever we, let's say if was picked up, we set the game object to false, so it's no longer being used, it's not active. I tried to destroy it, but I had a bit of bother with that. So here, this is just for we have a text score UI that's used to count the number of boxes. So that's in the main bit here, we have a score, as shown in the top left here, boxes collected. So that's basically just, it's showing, it prints out, sorry, flicking between these, it feels so awkward having two videos. So we're basically, the score UI.text is printing out boxes collected and then showing the number of boxes collected variable. So, oh yes, we're counting the number of boxes collected via this variable, num boxes collected. We're counting using that. Well, let me see here, what's the next thing to talk about? And if all, oh yes, so if the number of boxes collected is greater than or equal to the sphere interact num boxes, then it will set the winner game over panel to active, and that is just it's the game over screen. So whenever we collect all the boxes, that will be set to active and it'll display. Oh, sorry, I played the wrong one there in Unity. But whenever that's played, it'll say, winner, you've collected all the boxes, and have a wee smiley face. And again, there's just the score, the boxes collected. I'll show just in the scene. So there's the health and boxes collected. So then we also have it so that our player takes away health, or the player has health, and when he interacts with the boxy in the spike state, it takes away 10 health I've set it to. So I've set this up, it does this in character stats. So let me just scroll to the top here. So character stats inherits from mono behavior. Oh, and I have actually a bad named variable there, I think. One of my friends has been mucking about in this, which is not cool, but anyway. So here we have the health attribute. I've declared an int for max health, so it has the value 100. And then I declare a public int of current health. So say we start off with 100 and current health could become, say, 50, 40, then 30. And then we also have a public stat called damage. So whenever the game starts, whenever it's awake, the current health is equal to max health. So you just start off with 100 health, and then we have the update. So then we have it that, wait, let me just see here. So with, I'm going to come back to the update method here. So we go to take that, we have a method public void take damage with the int damage. So here we have current health taken away by damage, or current health minus damage. And this is actually shown this is used, we have if current health is less than or equal to 0, you die. But this is used in the Boxy interact script because we have it, let me just scroll down here. In the Boxy interact script, we have it so that whenever a Boxy collides with a game object equals player, we have it gets the component character stats, and then we have if sphere interact is not on, so they're in their hostile spiky state, then player stats take damage 10, so it takes away 10 damage, and that's shown. So see the take damage here, we have that in character stats. Let me just see, I don't know where. Oh yep, there it is, my bad. So yep, that's it there, the take damage. So whenever you encounter a spiky turtle, it takes away a value of 10, sorry. And then if the player health equals less than or equal to 0, you die. And I'll show here. Oh, sorry, it was this one. That was the one that was printing to the console before I had the UI implemented. So I know it's a stupid name, please bear with me. But the Daddy Grapes text is for, I'll see in Unity here. It is for our. Oh, sorry. It is for. Sorry, I thought my video software had crashed there. Hopefully not. Okay, so but Daddy Grapes is the health UI that displays in the top left, as shown. Let me show you. It is this, in the Unity, it's displayed in the top left. It just prints out the player's current health. So in Visual Studio here we have Daddy Grapes. I don't know why they called it that. So Daddy Grapes.text equals health, and then it prints out just the current health the player has. And then if current health is less than or equal to 0, it sets the game over screen to active, and then it just brings up the game over screen to the player, and they can hit the restart button. Sorry, somebody's ringing me. That is unprofessional. And then there's the restart button. Sorry, I'm just going to check if I have anything else to talk about in detail. So I think that's covered all so that's the health attribute, how the boxes are collected. I'm pretty sure I showed that anyway. The boxes are collected via I did talk about that, the inventory, and boxes collected equals number of boxes collected using the count. And the turtles are collected because they have an item, and it picks up the item and sets the turtle to set the game object turtle is set to false, so it doesn't do anything anymore. And then I've got to talk about the difference between rigged animation and animating the mesh. Oh, I actually forgot to say there in my Boxy interact script there, I'm just trying to find it. Oh, no, it's actually in my, it's in my character stat script, so whenever they press the button, that has scene manager.load scene name, so it just reloads this. That's how the scene reloads whenever they click the button. So now the difference between rigging and animating the mesh. So rigging is the process of, say, creating a model, say in Maya or Blender, and then you create a skeleton-like structure with joints that control the movements of the model. So it would give animators a lot more to work with for building a humanoid structure for an animation. And using like a rigging animation or like Blender or Maya, it allows them to blend animation models together, which it could be quite handy. I know not just game designers use it, animators use it in all types of animation. And then, so rigging is typically done with, it starts off with a T-pose that allows them to easily apply the skeleton structure and make sure the joints all line up with arms and stuff like that. And then after rigging, skinning's used, where that's how they bind the vertices of the model to the mesh of the skeleton. Or no, that might be the other way around. They bind the vertices of the skeleton to the mesh of the model. And then when we're animating the mesh, as shown here, I'll just play my game. So here we're just with the boxes, we're kind of cheating, and we're just having a script apply a mesh to an object for a certain amount of time, and there's no skeletal structure. It's quite simple in comparison to rigging. Like it'd be a lot easier for first timers to use this type of animation as opposed to trying to learn Maya and rigging and skinning and all that jazz. So here we have two meshes and the script swaps in between them. So there's no what I call real animation involved. It's kind of faking animation. So that's all I have to say. I'm sorry about the quality of this video. Maybe it's 2 videos. Cheers, Darryl. All the best. Good day.